Hey everyone, this is Patrick from Recipe Kit. This video is just going to be going over the new Recipe Kit dashboard update and is going to give you a little look at what's changed and what is coming up for Recipe Kit in 2026. So this update has been out for a couple weeks already, and so far it's been to great reception. A lot of you guys have reached out saying that you like the updates, but I haven't really updated or released a full update log of what we've actually changed. So this video will serve that purpose. So obviously, as you can see on the screen here, the dashboard has completely changed. We've changed Recipe Kit to reflect Shopify's design standards now. And what that means is it looks a little bit more like how you'd expect a standard Shopify feature to look like. So we use a lot of the same components and styling and design that Shopify uses for their own admin. Right off the bat, you can see we've introduced the analytics feature, and we show it right on the dashboard above all of your recipes. So this just gives you a little bit of a bird's eye view of the last week, how your recipes are doing, and how Recipe Kit is helping your store grow. We'll dig into the analytics a little bit later, but right off the bat, we can also see the table has changed, and we've introduced this new SEO score. So if we hop into one of these recipes, we can see the whole new recipe create and edit screen, a new rating function, etc. But in the top right-hand corner, you can see this new SEO score. Now, this is something that a lot of people have asked me about, in particular when it comes to optimizing their recipe to show up in Google search results. So what the SEO score does is it scans your recipe when you save it or edit it, and it runs through all of the fields and basically highlights if you are missing any fields or you don't have enough information in them, and then gives you a score out of 100% of how optimized this recipe is. So if we click in here, we can see that this is 75% SEO score. We see all the required fields are complete. So that means we're off the bat, Google will allow this recipe to show up in Google search results. But we've got recommendations. So it's saying we should add some nutrition info, and that'll bump us up 5%. Add some notes and tips, add more keywords, add a video perhaps, equipment, ratings, etc. So this is just a really good way to get a bird's eye view of how your recipes are looking from a SEO perspective. And we're going to keep on improving this to just make it really easy for you to create a recipe that is fully optimized and will confidently show up in Google search results. Outside of that, once again, we show the analytics in the top bar here. So you have a sort of a deep dive view into the last week of analytics on this specific recipe. One of the other cool things that we've introduced that has been a much long-awaited feature has been a tag database. So now when you go into the keywords section here and scroll through, you will see all the other keywords and tags that you use on your Shopify store and within Recipe Kit, so that you never have to create duplicate tags or make sure that you've got the spelling correct or that it's matching other keywords. So in this case, I know I can just click backcountry and I know that's the same tag that's matched across all these other recipes as well. One other big thing that we've added is a nutrition analysis feature. So based off of the ingredients that you have in your ingredient list here, if you go ahead and click Analyze, what this will do is run through and analyze the recipe and then add that to the nutrition label here. This is going to be a big time saver for a lot of you, and it'll really make it easier for your customers to understand what they're eating, and I think this will help satisfy a lot of people. Now, if we hop over to the brand new recipe analytics page, you can see the, once again, updated view that gives you a much better top-down view of how your recipes are doing. So we can go through here, adjust the time depending on what time period that you want to look at. But otherwise, we show page views, recipe interactions, so how many people are sharing, printing, adding to cart, etc. And a new thing that we've released in the last couple months has been revenue tracking. So now Recipe Kit actually tracks the revenue that it generates for you based off of users clicking the add to cart button on your recipe card or navigating to the product page and buying a product via one of your product links. So this really quantifies how useful Recipe Kit is and how much money it can make for you. So this chart goes over the revenue performance on a day-by-day basis to tell you exactly how much money Recipe Kit is making you. And then in the bottom here, we have a much more advanced recipe analytics table. So this just gives you all of your recipes on one table with all of the recipe analytics for you to easily look at. So we've got these filters at the top that let you just filter down into the top rated recipes. So recipes over 4 stars, the ones with the most views, highest conversion rate, and ones that actually have revenue. And you can actually go ahead here and search for a specific recipe, etc. So once again, this is just a much, much more advanced analytics system for you to better see how your recipes are doing. And this is really just the start with analytics. We're going to be introducing some sort of insights based off of your analytics data, compared it against all of the other recipe kit customers, so that you can better adjust how you're creating new recipes, how you're promoting them, and just improve your content marketing with recipe. So that was an overview of all of the major new features that we've released with this recipe kit version. But in the coming months, we will start to release updates to the recipe card itself. And that's going to include a brand new recipe card widget that will really bring Recipe Kit up into the 2026 web standards. So stuff like multi-language translation, ingredient scaling, and author profiles, and stuff like that. Things that you've been asking for, we are finally going to get to with this big infrastructure project that I am super, super excited to release. So please take a look at the new app. Send over any feedback or thoughts or feature requests that you might have. And let me tell you that this new update, now that we have this out, it's sort of unleashed the new era of Recipe Kit, and we're really going to be able to start pushing out new features, bug fixes, and everything to really turn this into the ultimate content marketing app for your Shopify store. And this is just sort of the first step. So I appreciate your patience, and I'm super excited for what 2026 is going to bring for Recipe Kit and for your stores. So thank you so much, and let me know if you have any questions.